Welcome to this explainer, where we are going to unpack the absolute thriller that was England's 4-2 victory over Croatia in the 2026 World Cup Group L opener. We're talking 6 goals, some seriously brilliant tactical adjustments, and a data story that reveals exactly how this match was won and lost. So, if you want to understand what really happened out there on the pitch, way beyond just the final scoreline, well, you're definitely in the right place. Let's get into it. Picture this setting for a second. We've got a massive, roaring crowd of over 70,000 fans packed tightly into Dallas Stadium. And the temperature? Sitting at a scorching 91 degrees. You combine that physical toll with the immense psychological pressure of a World Cup opener, and the atmosphere was literally electric. It was the absolute perfect stage for 2 European heavyweights wanting to make a massive statement right out of the gate. Even before kickoff, the tactical lines were firmly drawn. Thomas Tuchel deployed everyone in this really dynamic 4-2-3-1 formation, anchoring the midfield with Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson, and dropping Jude Bellingham directly behind Harry Kane. On the flip side, Zlatko Dalic set Croatia up in a super resilient 3-4-2-1, and you've got to love the tactical intent here. Tuchel is aiming to punch straight through the center of the park, while Dalic's shape is designed to push his squad out and completely control those wide areas, a classic chess match from minute 1. And the storylines coming into this game, completely fascinating. You had England riding the momentum of a flawless qualifying run, literally didn't concede a single goal, but standing right in their way was the undeniable veteran presence of a 40-year-old Luka Modric, stepping onto the pitch for his 199th cap. Seriously, 199. It's a young, hungry English squad looking to dominate up against a Croatian side legendary for their tournament experience and tactical grit. All right, part 1, the first half thriller, a chaotic 45 minutes in Dallas. Let me tell you, that first half was a pure shootout. England draws first blood with Harry Kane penalty in the 12th minute, but Croatia? They didn't even blink. They answered right back with Martin Baturna in the 36th. And just when England thought they grabbed the momentum back with a massive Kane header right before the half, Croatia stuns them again deep into stoppage time with a goal from Petar Musa. Every single time England threw a punch, Croatia just countered right back. So the halftime whistle blows, and we're sitting at a deeply tense 2-2. It genuinely felt like anybody's game at that point. And for the England fans, that had to bring up the ghosts of Croatia's 2018 semifinal win. England clearly had the firepower, but Croatia just had this undeniable resilience. The big takeaway here is that World Cup matches are almost never straightforward. It takes a huge amount of psychological fortitude to reset when your opponent just refuses to stay down. Moving into part 2, the second half surge, Tuchel's adjustments take over. Whatever Thomas Tuchel said in that dressing room, it was an absolute masterclass. Jude Bellingham came out of the tunnel and made an instant impact, scoring in the 47th minute off a sweet assist from Elliot Anderson to make it 3-2. From there, Tuchel used his bench to perfection. In the 72nd minute, he injects fresh legs, bringing on Marcus Rashford and Bukayo Saka. And that relentless pressure, it paid off beautifully when Rashford, off a Saka assist, slammed the door shut in the 85th minute to secure the 4-2 win. England's depth and fitness were just too much for the Croatian defense in the end. Okay, part 3, breaking down the numbers. Let's look at the data behind all this drama. When we talk about ball control, it was razor thin. England had 52% possession to Croatia's 48%. Now, if you just looked at that single stat, it gives the illusion of a perfectly even midfield battle. And to be fair, Modric, Kovacic, and the rest of the Croatian midfield definitely dictated the tempo for solid stretches of the game. But when you check out the expected goals, or XG, that illusion completely shatters. Since XG measures the actual quality of scoring chances, it tells the real story. England generated a massive 3.20 XG, compared to Croatia's meager 0.70. This absolutely proves England's attacks were exponentially more lethal. When they had the ball, they were creating highly dangerous, high-probability scoring chances, while Croatia was mostly kept to low-yield stuff. A huge piece of that puzzle is the shot volume. England's offense was firing on all cylinders, generating a staggering 22 total shots, while Croatia only managed 10. Combine that sheer volume with the high quality we just talked about, and that is your recipe for dominance. They were relentlessly testing Dominik Livakovic in the Croatian goal, forcing him into really tough situations over and over again. And if you want even more proof of that dominance, England managed more than double the touches inside the opposition's penalty area. 37 touches to Croatia's 16. That is territorial dominance at its finest, folks.
It means England wasn't just, passing around the perimeter hoping for an opening. They were aggressively penetrating the absolute most dangerous zone on the pitch. Living in the box like that is exactly how you draw penalties and finish those high-quality chances.
At the very center of that lethal attack, player of the match, Harry Kane, earning a massive 9.0 rating. I mean, the guy is coming off a ridiculous 61-goal club season, and he showed absolutely zero signs of slowing down here. Two crucial goals in the first half, the cold-blooded penalty and that clinical header. His ability to just be the absolute focal point for this English attack was the entire foundation of their success. Finally, Part 4, the Group L Outlook. Looking ahead to Match Day 2. So, the dust has settled and England shoots straight to the top of Group L on goal difference, sitting pretty right alongside Ghana, who also grabbed 3 crucial points in their opener. But for Croatia and Panama, the pressure dial is turned all the way up to maximum, both sitting on 0 points with a negative goal differential. That means Match Day 2 is an absolute, undeniable must-win for Croatia if they want to see the knockout stages. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this thought. Can Tuchel's men ride this insane, unstoppable attacking momentum all the way to the final? Or is that lack of a clean sheet going to come back and haunt them? Remember, they gave up 2 goals against the run of play, something they didn't do a single time during qualifying. It's this fascinating tug of war between a lethal offense and a defense that suddenly has some questions to answer. Definitely keep those stats in mind as the tournament rolls on. Thanks so much for joining me to unpack the numbers, and as always, keep learning.